Pakistan has recently surpassed Sri Lanka and has taken the title of Asia's fastest inflation. The rising food and energy costs, along with a weaker currency, have contributed to the soaring inflation in Pakistan, causing it to reach its peak in April 2023, the highest level since 1964. Inflation figures. According to the Statistics Department's data released on Tuesday, consumer prices rose 36.4% in April 2023, compared to a median estimate of 37.2% in a Bloomberg survey. Pakistan's inflation outpaced price gains in Sri Lanka, which eased to 35.3% in April 2023. Weaker currency. The Pakistani rupee is one of the worst-performing currencies globally, declining 20% to the dollar in 2023. The depreciation has made imported goods, including food and fuel, more expensive. Rising food and energy costs. Transport prices climbed 56.8%. And food inflation quickened 48.1% in April 2023 from a year earlier. Clothing and footwear prices gained 21.6%. And housing, water, and electricity costs rose 16.9%. IMF bailout. Pakistan's inflation is expected to rise further after authorities raised taxes and fuel prices to meet the IMF's conditions for the revival of a $6.5 billion loan program. The bailout funds are crucial for Pakistan to pay for essential imports like food and fuel and avoid a default in the coming months. To rein in price pressures, the State Bank of Pakistan hiked its benchmark interest rate to 21% last month, the highest since central bank data going back to 1956. Rising inflation could keep borrowing costs elevated for the South Asian nation, which is struggling with a slow recovery after last year's floods. Political crisis. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif is grappling with a political crisis as his rival, Imran Khan, is seeking early elections and has threatened to return to street protests if his demands are not met. High prices are adding further pressure on the Prime Minister. Pakistan's inflation reached its peak in April 2023, the highest level since 1964, due to a weaker currency and rising food and energy costs. The IMF bailout funds and the State Bank of Pakistan's measures to rein in price pressures are crucial for Pakistan to avoid default and cope with the inflation crisis. However, the political crisis adds further pressure to the Prime Minister, who is already struggling with the inflation crisis.